What's going on, guys? Just here to bring you a quick tutorial on how to build your own sandbag so you have it to use at home during your workouts. You can bring it with you wherever you go. All right, super versatile piece of equipment. We use them here in the gym. All right, but those bags probably a little bit more expensive maybe you want to spend. This is a quick fix, about 30 bucks at most worth of material here to help build your own sandbag. So let's take a peek at what we got. First thing, we've got pea gravel we use right here today. All right, you can use a few different things as far as what you're gonna put in the sandbag. All right, some people want to use sand. I chose to go pea gravel with this one today because a little bit bigger pieces. All right, sand finer. We're gonna be using duct tape as a kind of sealant here, so sand can sometimes find its way through that stuff. Right, this stuff, bigger stones, less likely to make its way through those cracks. Right, so we don't have any extra messes with those. Next thing you'll need is a heavy-duty garbage bag. Right, really any brand should do for the most part. But try and make it a little bit more durability. Again, you're probably gonna be dropping this bag from shoulder height maybe or waist height. Right, it's gonna take a little bit of a beating. Let's make sure we choose something durable there. The next two things, right, is gonna be just a set of scissors, right, so we can do some cutting, and we've got some nylon rope. All right, this is 1/4 inch thick nylon rope, nothing crazy. Got it Ace Hardware, right, Crescent Ace Hardware, exit 8 on the Northway, right? But again, you can kind of choose your preference as far as the thickness of the rope. We'll use this for handles if you don't want to end up throwing it into a duffel bag as the kind of exterior bag of that one. If you want to kind of just use the duct tape rolled bag as it is and throw some handles on it, this is a great way to do it, and I'll show you how. All right, so step one will just simply be opening up this bag. All right, the goal with the shape of the bag, you're gonna want it to be a little bit longer and try and keep it as like cylindrical as possible. All right, so this bag, not too far off, but it's a little bit rectangular, a little boxy. We probably want to use something else. Again, that's why we're gonna throw this, open this up, cut it up, and pour the gravel into this bag so it's a little bit longer, a little bit more spread out. It'll be a little bit more comfortable for you to use today. All right, so I filled up one garbage bag, and I actually decided to double up on the garbage bags. All right, these ones are kind of like a flex garbage bag, so they stretch a little bit. So to help reinforce them, I did throw a second bag in there. Honestly, you could just as well throw a third one. I think two should get the job done though. So there's a bag with the rocks inside of it, inside of this bag currently. All right, and now we've pushed it down to the bottom of the bag. We've shaped it to how we want to. All right, again, trying to keep it a little bit more cylindrical, just like the orange ones you see, or the red ones that we have in the gym here. A little bit longer so that we kind of set it on our shoulders or rack it in front. All right, you want it to be definitely at least shoulder width there as we go. All right, so now that I've got it all tucked down, shaped, right, I'm using this Swiffer here to help make sure that I've got all the air out as best as possible. All right, because air will just add more pressure inside the bag. It could lead to pop, which could lead to a leak. We don't want that. Let's try and keep the air out of it. Right, and now I use that Swiffer, and I can help, boom, flip this over. Right, again, reshape it as you need to. Once you get the tape going on it, that's really when it's gonna take its form, but this will just help kind of get you into that initial flip. Right, take this one out, boom, and then flip it one more time. Again, that just helps kind of make sure we're keeping all the air out of the bag as we go right there. All right, so now it's time to add some duct tape, everybody's favorite product. As far as this goes, I'm gonna do a strip down the middle, wrap it around, strip down the outside and the other side, all right, just to make sure we've got a good foundational shape to it. All right, everything's kind of sectioned off a little bit so it's evenly dispersed throughout the bag. We don't have any lopsided bags, ended up with lopsided butt cheeks or lopsided biceps. We don't want that. All right, so I'm gonna throw a tape down 3 strips around the middle to start, and we'll go from there. All right, make sure you brought your towel and some water because I'm sweating putting this thing together, but it's a good workout. All right, you can see I've got the 3 rolls. All right, like I said, I kind of sectioned it off just to kind of get the shape of it so that it's symmetric as best as possible. It doesn't need to be perfect. All right, now I'm gonna take the rest of this roll and I'm gonna mummify this thing. All right, go end over end over end, roll that thing up until it's completely sealed tight. I'm gonna overlap the tape probably by half of the tape. Again, I'm trying to minimize any leaks here, so don't be afraid to use excess duct tape. You'll be better off in the long run. All right, so we've got our sandbag wrapped up. You can see, literally went through a whole roll of duct tape, real tight. All right, pretty symmetric, did the best we could. All right, if you have 2 people, it definitely helps, makes a difference, makes it a little bit easier for you. You can definitely do it on your own though. Now going for the handles. All right, we're gonna use, like I said, that 1/4 inch nylon rope. I cut myself a length of it. All right, if you're gonna do 2 handles, just kind of based on the size of your bag, it's gonna vary, but cut 2 equal lengths of rope, right? I've got one, my cameraman's holding the other right there, but I got 2 equal lengths of rope, just tied simple knots into them. All right, I'm gonna duct tape a little bit over this so that this knot stays in place. But now we're gonna fasten these ropes to the bag right now. All right, so take your rope, once you got it knotted and everything, all right, you're gonna take it, you're gonna twist it once, twist it twice, twist it 3 times, maybe even a 4th if you're feeling good, all right? Then we're gonna take those 2 open ends and slide them over, boom, sandbag here, there's 1 open end, there's 2 open ends, right? That's gonna help make sure that the rope is doing the weight, or doing the work holding onto the bag, right? We're not relying too heavily on the duct tape, all right, to be holding the bag up. So now I've got a nice, boom, supinated grip. If I wanna use that supinated grip, I'm gonna use a little bit extra duct tape, right, to make sure that this doesn't slide back and forth on me, but really the nylon cord is doing all the work holding it, right? And it's also workable enough to where if you need it for a neutral grip, you can just as well grab both sides there. So we're just gonna fasten that tight with a little extra duct tape there. All right, guys, so like I said, we took those pieces of cord, did the loops, threw them through, and then we just fastened it with a little bit more duct tape. So we threw it along this seam, along the back, and then did another wrap and another wrap again, just to secure that in place, all right? But that cord's not going anywhere, as you can see. Set your back, press it, woo! Let the gains begin.